In a world where joy can quickly turn to tragedy, the story of Kenneka Jenkins stands as a haunting reminder of how quickly life can change. This vibrant young woman, filled with dreams and laughter, vanished during what was supposed to be a fun night out with friends. What happened in those crucial hours? Was it a tragic accident or something more sinister? As we dive into the chilling details of her mysterious death, we'll uncover the layers of confusion and heartache that have left her family and community searching for answers. Welcome back to Chilling Fireside Stories, where we explore the most gripping true crime cases. Today we're delving into the mysterious death of Kenneka Jenkins, a story that has sparked outrage, curiosity, and deep sorrow. Before I begin, please note that the content I'm discussing today may be sensitive for some viewers. This documentary touches on real-life tragedy and loss, so viewer discretion is advised. I want to ensure everyone feels comfortable as I share this story. Don't forget to stick around until the end of the video, where I'll share related images and case photos that offer more context and insight into Kenneka's story. Now let's begin. Kenneka Jenkins was born on March 13, 1998, in Chicago, Illinois. She grew up in a close-knit family and was known for her vibrant personality and infectious smile. As a child, Kenneka was full of life, loved spending time with her friends, and was a typical teenager who enjoyed music and socializing. She was particularly close to her mother, Teresa Martin, and often relied on her for support and guidance. At 19, Kenneka was a high school graduate with dreams for the future. She worked hard to make a better life for herself, juggling jobs while enjoying life with her friends. Kenneka was the kind of person who lit up a room, always ready to lend a hand or share a laugh. But beneath that cheerful exterior was a young woman who faced challenges, like many of us do, trying to find her place in the world. As Kenneka stepped into adulthood, she cherished her friendships and valued the bonds she had built. Her loved ones saw her as a shining star, full of potential and promise. But that promise would be tragically cut short during a night that would change everything. On September 8, 2017, Kenneka attended a party at the Crowne Plaza Hotel in Rosemont, Illinois, with friends to celebrate a birthday. Kenneka went to the party with a group of friends, including her close friend, who later reported that Kenneka had planned to stay for just a few hours. As the night progressed, the atmosphere at the hotel was lively and chaotic, with a mix of music, dancing, and socializing. However, the details of what exactly happened during the party are somewhat murky. Kenneka's friends later mentioned that they were drinking and having a good time, but they also stated that Kenneka seemed to be in a good mood and was enjoying herself. Kenneka Jenkins was accompanied by several friends: Teresa Martin, one of her closest friends, Aisha, Carmen, and Kendra. As the party unfolded, Kenneka and her friends enjoyed themselves, dancing and laughing without a care in the world. But as the hours passed, things began to take a concerning turn. Kenneka was seen on surveillance footage looking disoriented and confused, wandering through the hotel hallways. It was around 3 a.m. when things took a darker twist. Kenneka's friends noticed she was missing and began to panic. They searched the hotel and called her phone, but there was no sign of her anywhere. In the frantic search for Kenneka, her friends reached out to hotel staff for help. They described her as wearing a black dress and having trouble staying conscious. Remember that her friends mentioned Kenneka was wearing a black dress that night, as this detail will become significant later in the story when we discuss the circumstances surrounding the discovery of her body. Instead of jumping into action, hotel staff seemed to brush off their concerns, leaving the group feeling helpless. Hours passed without any sign of Kenneka, and the reality of the situation began to set in. When Kenneka's mother, Teresa Martin, arrived at the hotel to help search, her heart sank as she realized that something was terribly wrong. Finally, after hours of searching and mounting desperation, police were called to the scene. It was only then that the full scale of the investigation began. Officers reviewed the hotel's security footage, hoping to find a clue that would lead them to Kenneka. What they discovered was chilling. Kenneka had been captured on camera alone, seemingly lost and struggling to find her way. But how did she end up in such a state, and where had she gone? The Rosemont police conducted interviews with Kenneka's friends as part of their investigation. Friends relayed the timeline of events, detailing when they last saw her and their subsequent actions to find her. Some friends speculated that Kenneka may have been drugged, as they noted that she appeared disoriented when they last saw her. They reported feeling uneasy about her condition and expressed concern about her safety. Teresa Martin, Kenneka's close friend, stated that they had been drinking, and there were moments when Kenneka had been separated from the group. Friends mentioned seeing her walk toward the hotel lobby at one point, but when they tried to catch up, they lost sight of her. Hotel employees who reviewed the surveillance footage reported that they saw Kenneka walking through the hotel halls alone around 3:20 a.m. They noted that she seemed unsteady and disoriented as she moved through the corridors. The search for Kenneka took a heartbreaking turn when nearly 24 hours after she went missing, her body was discovered in a walk-in freezer in the hotel. Based on images provided by the Rosemont Public Safety Department, the freezer was found cluttered with debris, dirt, and ice scattered across the floor. In the photographs, Jenkins is seen lying face down near the door, missing one shoe. A pink lip gloss tube and a black hair tie are positioned beside her. As mentioned earlier, Kenneka Jenkins' friends informed hotel staff that she was wearing a black dress the night of the party. However, when her body was discovered in the freezer, she was actually found wearing a white tank top and jeans. This discrepancy raised further questions and fueled speculation regarding the events leading up to her death, as it suggested a possible misunderstanding or miscommunication between her friends and the hotel staff. Her hair appears wet and tangled, and there is a scratch on her right foot, with her shoe tossed several feet away. Additionally, her jeans are dirty. Photographs of two thermostats from the freezer indicate a temperature reading of 45 degrees on one and approximately 32 degrees on the other. However, it remains uncertain whether these images were taken after the freezer had been opened for some time, which may have caused the temperature to rise. The news sent shockwaves through the community and beyond. How could a young woman like Kenneka end up in such a horrifying situation? The freezer had been locked, and the circumstances of her death raised more questions than answers. Was it an accident, or was something more sinister at play? As investigators began piecing together the events of that fateful night, they scrutinized the surveillance footage from the hotel. The videos showed Kenneka walking alone, seemingly disoriented and wandering through various hallways. It was clear she was in distress, but the footage also left many feeling uneasy, with some claiming it raised more questions about her death than it answered. How did she end up in the freezer? Why didn't anyone hear her? And where were her friends during those crucial hours? Kenneka's death triggered outrage and grief, leading to protests demanding justice for her family. Social media exploded with theories and speculations, as people across the nation rallied to support her. The community was determined to find out what really happened to Kenneka Jenkins, and the search for answers had only just begun. Her family sought clarity in a tragedy that left them shattered, hoping to uncover the truth behind the mysterious circumstances surrounding her death. After an extensive investigation, the Cook County Medical Examiner's Office ruled Kenneka's death as accidental. The autopsy report indicated that she died from hypothermia, which was exacerbated by alcohol intoxication. Investigators concluded that Kenneka likely wandered into a walk-in freezer at the hotel where the party was held. The circumstances leading up to her entering the freezer included her being disoriented and intoxicated after a night of partying. They found no evidence of foul play or criminal activity involved in her death. Surveillance footage showed her walking alone through the hotel, and no signs of struggle were evident. While some of her friends speculated about potential drugging or foul play, the investigation did not find substantial evidence to support these claims. The case raised significant concerns within the community and among advocates about safety, especially in social situations involving alcohol. Kenneka's family and supporters expressed dissatisfaction with how the investigation was conducted, leading to calls for better protocols in handling similar cases. In a significant development, the family of Kenneka Jenkins reached a $6.4 million settlement in 2023 as part of a wrongful death lawsuit against the hotel where her tragic death occurred in 2017. This total settlement amounts to $10 million, which includes over $3.5 million earmarked for attorney fees and funeral expenses. The remaining $6.4 million will be shared among Kenneka's mother and two other relatives, bringing a measure of closure to a heart-wrenching chapter in their lives. This settlement came after years of legal battles and public outcry surrounding the circumstances of Kenneka's death. Her family argued that the hotel was negligent in securing the freezer and that they failed to conduct a thorough search when Kenneka was reported missing. The case attracted significant attention, with many raising questions about the hotel's safety protocols and the handling of the situation by staff. It sparked conversations about accountability in the hospitality industry and the need for better safety measures to prevent such tragedies from happening in the future. For the Jenkins family, this settlement marks a crucial step toward seeking justice for Kenneka's untimely death. It highlights not just the personal loss they endured but also serves as a reminder to the community and the hospitality industry about the importance of prioritizing safety and taking responsibility for the well-being of guests. While no amount of money can bring back their daughter, this resolution helps acknowledge their pain and the need for change, keeping Kenneka's memory alive as a catalyst for awareness and reform. If you found this story compelling, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Your support means the world to me as I shine a light on these important stories and the lives affected by them. At the end of this video, you'll find images and details related to Kenneka's case that you won't want to miss. If you have any insights or theories, feel free to drop a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching, and remember to stay curious and stay safe.